Picture this. You brought them into this world, changed diapers, survived the teenage years, paid for those outrageously overpriced sneakers, and now, what do you get in return? An eye roll, a whatever mom, or worse, the dreaded silent treatment. Seriously, after all those science projects you helped glue together at 2 a.m., hey, if you've ever felt like your kids treat you like your yesterday's leftovers, you're not alone. And it's big, but there's hope. Today, we're diving into 6 powerful ways to regain respect without yelling, begging, or throwing a loaf of stale bread at their heads. Stick around because number 4 will surprise you. Plus, I've got a hilarious bonus tip at the end you do not want to miss. And hey, if you've ever muttered these kids today under your breath, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with fellow warrior parent. Let's be real. Parenting doesn't stop when they move out or when they stop listening. It just gets sneakier. Kind of like trying to herd a bunch of feral cats who think they know everything. Question the audience. Have you ever felt like you suddenly became invisible the moment they turn 18? Type yes in the comments if you know exactly what I'm talking about. When your children don't respect you, do this instead. A story about regaining respect and laughing along the way. It was a chilly Saturday morning when Linda sat at her kitchen table, staring at her phone. Another text from her son. One word, busy. Linda sighed, pushing her reading glasses up the bridge of her nose. Was this the same boy who used to run into her arms after scraping his knee? The same kid who once needed her to tie his shoelaces, wipe his tears, and tell him that monsters under bed were scared of her? Now, she barely got a full sentence. She was starting to feel like the human version of an ATM, accepted withdrawals only, no conversations included. And it hurt, really hurt. Linda poured herself a cup of coffee, leaned back and thought, did I raise a child or a very entitled talking credit card? The sadness started to creep in, that gnawing, biting sadness only parents know. But then something snapped inside her. Enough was enough. If the old ways weren't working, it was time to try something new. Linda was about to go from doormat mom to boss-level parent. And trust me, it would be epic. First order of business, the bank of mom was shutting down. No warning signs, no flashing lights. Just a firm, quiet and old with a polite smile. The next time her son called and started with, hey mom, so, quick thing, I need $200 for, Linda interrupted sweetly. Hi, welcome to the Financial Black Hole Helpline. Current wait time, forever. And then she hung up. Yes, she hung up. Was she shaking afterward? Absolutely. Was it worth it? 100%. Because that moment, that one, set a new tone. A tone of boundaries. No more drive-through love, cash-only relationships. Linda wanted something richer. Real respect. Now that the ATM was shut down, Linda realized she needed boundaries, not just for her son, but for herself too. You see, for years, she'd been on call like a 911 operator. Every relationship drama, call mom. Every bad day at work, call mom. Every I ran out of gas and didn't notice until my car died moment, call MOM. Not anymore. She grabbed a notebook and wrote 3 rules. No calls after 8 p.m. unless someone was literally bleeding. Babysitting? Sure, once a week, not 5 days a week. Emotional dumping? 20 minutes max. Then it was therapy or diary time. When she first told her son about the new rules, he pouted. Actually pouted. Like a 5-year-old in a grocery store who didn't get a candy bar. Linda smiled sweetly and said, honey, I love you more than anything. But if I don't respect my time, how can I teach you to respect it? Boom. Mic drop. Here's the thing about young adults today. They don't respond to lectures. They respond to memes, sarcasm, gifs of cats wearing sunglasses. Linda realized she had to speak his language if she wanted a connection. So she texted him one evening, bro, where's my respect? I was literally your Uber, chef, and personal hype woman for 18 years. Chill fam, respect. Incoming please. At first, he sent back 10 laughing emojis. But slowly the tone changed. The text became warmer, the jokes more affectionate. The phone calls actually happened. Linda learned that being playful didn't mean losing authority. It meant meeting him halfway. And suddenly, she wasn't just mom, she was Mom 2.0, the cooler edition. One evening, there was a massive blow-up. Her son was stressed. Linda was exhausted. Voices were raised. Old Linda would have cried or apologized just to make the shouting stop. But new Linda? She calmly said, "I love you too much to have this conversation right now," and she walked away. No drama, no guilt, just pure, undiluted self-respect. The next morning, her son showed up at her door, holding a coffee, looking sheepish, and said, "I'm sorry, Mom. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that." Linda's heart cracked wide open. This was what real respect looked like. Not forced, not demanded, but earned through example. Linda decided one more thing. Respect shouldn't feel like a chore. It should feel fun. So she made it a game. Every time her son showed her respect, even a little thing like saying thank you or calling her back without 500 reminders, she'd give him a gold star sticker. At first, he rolled his eyes, but secretly, he started collecting them, sticking them on his fridge, laughing about it with his friends. Respect became a reward, a badge of pride, not a burden. Last and most importantly, Linda learned how to give without giving herself away. She showed up for her son when she could, not out of obligation, but from real love. She said yes when it felt good, and no when it didn't, without guilt, without drama. And magically, their relationship blossomed, like a garden that finally got the right amount of water and sunshine, not a flood. One sunny afternoon, Linda's son took her out for lunch, over burgers and fries. He looked at her and said, "Mom, I really respect you. You're the strongest person I know." Linda blinked fast to keep the tears back, not because she was weak, but because after all these years, after all the struggle, she had finally heard the words her heart had longed for. And guess what? She had earned every syllable. But not really, because your story can start today. If you love Linda's story, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with every parent who deserves a little extra love and a few gold stars. And tell me in the comments, have you ever felt like Linda? What boundary would you like to set starting today? I'd love to hear your story too. Okay, let's jump into the 6 powerful ways you can regain their respect without losing your cool or your sanity. 1. Stop being their ATM, even emotionally. Look, we love our kids, but if they treat you like a 24-hour cash machine and an emotional sponge, it's time to press the out of service button. One story for you. Mary, 67, used to pay her son's rent because he forgot to budget. Every time he called, she felt obligated to save him. One day, Mary decided to give him the ultimate gift. A polite, "No, sweetheart, I believe in you. You'll figure it out." And guess what? Her son found a roommate and started budgeting like a Wall Street pro. Remember, you're not an emotional or financial rescue team. You're a parent, not FEMA. Have you ever gotten a call that started with, "Hey, Mom, so funny thing happened and knew your wallet was in danger"? Let's hear those horror stories in the comments. 2. Boundaries are your new best friend. Narrator, serious but funny tone. If you don't set boundaries, you'll end up in a 3-hour phone call about their co-worker's cousin's drama. Again, boundaries equals love plus self-respect. Setting boundaries isn't being mean. It's teaching them how to treat you. Example, "I love talking to you, but after 9 p.m. is my Netflix and cozy blanket time. I'm happy to help once a month with errands, but I'm not available every weekend." Think of boundaries like seat belts. They're awkward at first, but they save your life. On a scale from pushover to steel wall, where do you think your boundaries are right now? Drop a number between 1 to 10 in the comments. 3. Speak their language like you're from Planet Teenager. I hate to say it, but the way we were raised, "because I said so," doesn't work today. These kids need negotiation, mutual respect, and sometimes memes. Learn to communicate in ways they understand. Keep it short and clear. Don't lecture for 40 minutes. They stop listening at minute 3. Trust me. Use humor when you can. It's a secret weapon. Parent, old way. "You owe me respect." Parent, new way. "Hey, quick thing. I don't appreciate being talked like a background character in your sitcom. If you can't beat them, confuse them." Start using their slang. Tell them they're being SUS or low-key disrespectful. Watch their faces melt. Have you ever tried using their lingo? Did it backfire spectacularly? Tell me the best story. For demand and give, mutual respect. Narrator, firm but warm. Respect is a two-way street, not a dead-end cul-de-sac. Model the respect you want. Don't tolerate yelling, name-calling, or guilt-tripping from either side. George, 72, once snapped back sarcastically at his daughter during an argument. Later, he apologized sincerely, and in return, she softened up too. Golden rule for parents over 60. You are the captain of your ship, not the deckhand begging for permission. If you start acting like a doormat, don't be surprised when they wipe their shoes on you. Have you ever had to apologize to one of your kids, even though you secretly felt it was their fault? Let's be honest, who apologized first? 5, get a life seriously. If your whole schedule revolves around your grown kids' problems, it's time to reintroduce yourself to yourself. Pick up hobbies you love. Join groups, volunteer, dance in your living room. Anything that fills your soul. Why it works. When your kids see you have a full, happy life outside of them, they subconsciously start respecting you more. Nobody respects clinginess, even from sweet, loving moms and dads. Become so busy living your best life that when your kid calls at 2 p.m., you have to say, "Sorry, honey, I'm ziplining right now. Call you later." What's one hobby you secretly always wanted to try but never did? Tell me, we might even try together. 6, don't be afraid to hit reset. Narrator, calm and funny. Sometimes, the relationship needs a fresh coat of paint or a total renovation. Sit them down calmly. Acknowledge the past, but focus on how you want to move forward. Create new rules of engagement that make sense for your current stage of life. Hey, I know we've fallen into some bad habits with how we treat each other. I miss having a good relationship with you. Let's figure out together. It's like updating your Wi-Fi password. You have to change it once in a while, so the freeloaders don't get too comfortable. Have you ever hit the reset button with a friend or family member before? Was it awkward, amazing, or somewhere in between? Want to really shake them up? Stop oversharing every detail of your life. Let them wonder what you're up to. Next time they call, answer casually, "Oh, hey, can't talk long. I'm practicing for my fire dancing class." Even if it's just you practicing yoga badly in your living room. Mystery equals intrigue equals respect. Look, friends, you raise your kids to be independent, strong-willed, smart people. And sometimes those very qualities mean they'll push back hard, but you still deserve love, respect, and a peaceful heart. And remember, you don't have to earn their respect by sacrificing your dignity. Respect yourself first, and the rest will follow. If today's video made you laugh, nod furiously, or quietly plot revenge with a passive-aggressive casserole, smash that like button. Subscribe for more survival tips for modern parents, and share this with a friend who's also wondering when exactly they became invisible to their own kids.